surgeon!
Sean wanted to be transferred back to the surgical department, but the director thought he was more suitable to stay in the pathology department. After hearing this, Sean threatened him that if he wasn't transferred back to his original position, he would stay in the office and not leave. Seeing this, the director directly fired him. After being fired, Sean went to a bar. As a result, he got into a conflict with a man. The man kicked Sean and then he suddenly fell to the ground himself. Sean immediately called an ambulance and sent the man to the hospital. But when Brown asked about what had happened, Sean didn't say anything. Only after seeing the man's examination report did he suggest that Brown do an electroencephalogram and a CT angiogram for the man. After that, he went to the man's ward again. He saw the cause of the man's illness at a glance. But before he could say anything, Sean suddenly fainted. It turned out that the man had broken his rib, causing a grade 2 splenic laceration. At this time, the man called Brown and told her what Sean had said before fainting.
He was looking around trying to find something in the air, I don't know. And then it looked like he found it.
What exactly did he say?
Trampoline? And?
That's it?
Just as they were trying to figure out what trampoline meant, the man suddenly fell into a coma. The doctors rushed to start the rescue. Now they had to figure out what Sean exactly meant right away. But no matter how the three doctors thought, they couldn't guess what it was. So Brown went to the man's ward again. She stood on a stool and stared straight at the man on the bed, trying to observe from Sean's perspective. Sure enough, she noticed something wrong. She immediately called for people to prepare the operating room. After Sean woke up, she told him about the man's situation.
Zach had an aortic arch aneurysm with signs of impending rupture, the evidence of which was a pulsatile mass in his neck. That and his erratic gait and behavior are explained by the fact that he had tertiary syphilis, also known as
Treponema.
Zach misheard you. But we were able to repair the aneurysm, and he is stable now.
The next day, the former dean, Aaron, persuaded the director to keep Sean at the medical committee, because he inspired Dr. Brown to look at things from his perspective, thus saving a life. But the director firmly disagreed with Sean staying to work, and said that if he couldn't control his staff, then he couldn't work in the hospital either. Just then, the new dean, Marcus, said,
"Just as you have the power to fire someone under your supervision, so do I.
You're gonna fire me to save Dr. Murphy.
He's not ready to move on. Neither am I.